Well, good morning, friends, subscribers, and internet strangers. What's up? Welcome to a confessional edition of Bearded Goes to the Yard Sales. Okay, there's nothing really to confess. In the camera, it looks like I'm being interrogated. This is the first time I'm going to yard sales 2019. I'm very excited. I'm actually on my way to pick up Harlan. Check out his channel below or above or somewhere. He is going to start making videos. Awesome guy, great. I'm sure there's going to be great content. He has a different perspective on reselling, and he does local stuff that'll be very interesting, different stuff that I don't generally do. So what's in store? We have I'll take a screenshot of the treasure map to show you how many we've got. Maybe 25 or so, 30 yard sales to go to this morning. He's dropping me off like yesterday afternoon from going to the National Flea Market, and he's like, we saw a sign, he goes, ooh, there's going to be a yard sale in your neighborhood in the morning. Like, cool. We get to the front of the neighborhood, and all these signs for a community yard sale. I didn't need being out of town and everything. Must have missed the Facebook post that they were doing a community yard sale this morning in my own neighborhood, so we'll check those out. First of all, one of the cardinal sins of yard sale day is being violated. You currently have 25 miles to empty, so I'm going to have to grab some gas. We always do breakfast first, so I left about 8 or 10 minutes early. So I'm going to grab some gas. I've already got my yard sale money. It's important that you carry small bills. Make it easier on the people, especially if you're going to go early like we do. Be kind and considerate. You'll be amazed how far that goes to getting deals and finding things and having people very receptive. If you're prepared to make their life easy, you'll be amazed how accommodating they are. So, I've got yard sale money. I've got a handful of change. I always grab a handful of change. We're going to go by yard sale treasure map. It's going to be loaded on the iPad in the window, so it'll give us step-by-step directions. I usually use Google Navigation, Google Maps, just because it's better than Waze that orientate your direction. So I can, in town, I won't be going that fast. So I don't need Waze. So, just some of the tips and tricks. It's important to get a good breakfast. So there's a great little restaurant right by Harlan's house. We'll grab some breakfast. See you at the first sip. The yard sales this morning, trying to get back in the groove. But damn if I could let y'all miss that. I found Bigfoot, all 3 of them. They're living in this front yard. That's awesome. Mower. That's a John Deere. Starter. I have been doing a bad job of filming, but I think this is Harlan's size.
Of course, right?
You better need a $4 fan. It's the retail arbitrage guy. It's the retail arbitrage guy. Alright, so
It's the next day. We'll go over what I found at the yard sales. Not a big haul. A lot of the sales were just, they were 2-day sales, so we were on the second day of them. We still found like a few things. I think Harlan found a few more items than I did, but here's what I found. This one is personal. That's why we're inside right now. This is a Daniel Moore print. It's from 1992. It commemorates the 92 championship. Alabama coach Gene Stallings and the significant players on the team. 25 is the last active running back. 94 and 80 are the big defensive ends on Curry and Copeland. That team had one of the best defenses in college football history that year. And number 13, the play of the game in the championship game, running back George Teague runs down their star receiver and takes the ball away from him in the game. It was a turning point in the game. So I gave $100 for this photo. It's probably worth north of $300, but it was for personal. It is actually going right here on this wall somewhere, but it's inside. It's got a sticker or something on. I need to remove. I've got one's in the garage and needs to be reframed, but for my birthday one year, Joni had this one redone. This is the kick. It is from the Iron Bowl in the mid 80s. Van Tiffen was our kicker, and I believe the kick was 52 yards to beat Auburn that year. This is the pencil drawing of the actual one, and each one is signed, and then he numbers each one. This one was 1488 out of 2500 for that year. There's always a pencil drawing, and then there's the real one, or the color drawing. So now that's 3. I gave $3 for this Pyrex bowl. Joni collects Pyrex. If you don't know much about Pyrex, this yellow one is one of the more desired bowls. It is part of the primary set. I'll show you a primary set in just a second. I'll do a separate video. All Joni's Pyrex is right beside me. We'll make a quick Joni Pyrex video. Alright guys, we made it outside. There's a little noise in the background. They're fired up with the airplane, so I apologize for that. Let's go over the things out here I picked up today. It's a short little haul, but nice start to the season. I'm glad to see her. I'm glad we had yard sales. Today's going to be 72, so I've already put my shorts on just to celebrate. Nobody wants to see the bearded pigger's legs, so let me spin you guys around. I have a disease with these phones. The first purchase of the year, Panasonic. One of the ways you can tell the better phones are the DECT number, and this is a 6 Plus, which is the last generation of DECT, which is the wireless network. This set it's actually got five phones with it. And the bases, it's got all 4 bases, and then this base, everything's there. Paid $5 for that set. When I looked it up, the bases themselves are $13.99 free shipping without the phones. So it's very easy. I'll just take one picture of however I decide to break it up. I would probably sell a phone and a base. The lady said the batteries are no good, so, and I'll mention that as well. I just need to do a touch more research to see what's the best way to sell this. I know a complete set is not the answer, because there's 5 times $13.99. So yeah, there's that. This was something I had not seen in a yard sale. Someone was selling their lift lights, and these are worth about $19 a piece. And then I got this one that's in the box. This one's still brand new. They don't have the stands, but they have but it has a charging cable. It's just a micro USB, so I'll throw a charging cable with each of the other 2. And I paid $2 for all that, so that was a good deal. That should be about 60 bucks. Speaking of 60 bucks, the Weight Watchers scale is $67. Paid $5 for it, so that was a good deal. I got these 2 guys. I think they're $7 or $8 a piece, but at 50 cents each. It's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it over and over and over and over. I'll probably keep it. The Bearded Picker knows more than just electronics. I know y'all are shocked. This color here should automatically tell you that there's a chance that it's Hull pottery, and that this is Hull oven improved pottery from the U.S. It is a deviled egg platter. It doesn't have any chips or anything on it. The last one sold from the UK for $17.99 plus $30 for shipping. So I paid $3 for that. Same lady who had that yellow Pyrex ball. Back to normal BP stuff, right? This is a Samsung Blu-ray player. It is a streaming Blu-ray player. The remote's worth $13. So a lot of these things, guys, if it's something with the remote and they're cheap, this was $5. It really makes a lot of sense to. But I think the remote sells for $14.99 or something like that. People lose remotes. This is a newer unit. The last one that was with the remote, and I'll throw an HDMI cable with it, sold for $46. So that was a good one. Logitech, most people know Logitech. I've heard of Logitech. They make this Harmony branded remotes. This is a Harmony one. I haven't looked it up yet. It's got to be cleaned up just a little bit. There's some. It's rubberized right there, so it's got a little. I don't know what's on, but I got the remote. Got the remote and the base, and then I got this Sony. It charges. It's a VC V7 V615 charger. It charges some kind of camcorder batteries. I got both those for $1. It was hard to pass up both those for $1. And we have come to the end of the video. I also got this. How many inches is it? 48 inch T-square. It was $2. It's really heavy duty. I thought about just taking the rivets out of it. I'm putting it right here. You have to forgive the mess. Putting it right here so that when I'm measuring packages, it pockets it to the table so I can measure real quick. So that'll solve a great problem. Anyone who has done this for any length of time realizes that measuring tapes have legs. You can never keep up with one. They hide. The measuring tapes and the box cutters, they are in cahoots, and they go hide places where you never ever find them again. So yeah, I had an idea that was not my idea. That was a viewer going, why don't you just do that? And I'd actually ordered a measure one that go there, but this one's much bigger, easier to read for my lying old eyes. So yeah, that's probably gonna be on the table. All right. I was kind of out of practice today. Didn't film as many sales I wanted because I didn't have the harness, so I was carrying it around and forgot it was in my pocket. So I apologize that you get to see as many yard sales as you generally do. But the haul videos, some interesting things to learn. You guys know I love phones. It's easy money, easy pictures. The lift lights, I didn't know they had any value until I started looking them up. That's one thing early in the season. Get in the habit of looking things up. You recognize what it is. You know, Lyft is popular right now. All these driving services are popular. That should trigger in your mind to go, well, damn. If people are using it, if it's something that's popular right now, I wonder what the hell that's worth. And a quick search on eBay, and that comes back. Pottery the same way. That color pottery should tell you. It used to be worth a lot more money, but it's still got some value. If you can pick it up for $2 or $3, there goes the plane. The one that was being loud now is really being loud. For those of you who don't know, I live beside a small executive airport, and he's out of here. So it beats traffic. We have no traffic, but every now and then we have a plane. And then, hey, I didn't get a VCR or a VCR combo today, but a streaming Blu-ray player for $5. That's a win. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, share. I look forward to making a lot more content with yard sales, and as soon as I find the strap, it's in the other book bag. I'll strap that sucker on, and you guys will see a lot of yard sale content. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Roll Tide.